This is a feast of scriptures. There's options all over the place. There's 2 options for the first reading, 2 options for the gospel. And the responsorial psalm is not really a psalm. It's a selection taken from Judith, the book of Judith. And so there's a lot going on, and it's mostly all about praise and visitation and glory of God and proclaiming one as servant and opening up to the power of the Spirit and grace and flowing and all of these things going on. But I want to focus just for a moment on the gospel. The 2 choices are the visitation and the Annunciation. We had the visitation this morning, and I'll have it again this evening at the 6 o'clock masses. But I chose the first one, the Annunciation. And this is only in Luke, and it's interesting because there's another Annunciation that goes on, and that was for Zechariah. When the angel came to tell Zechariah that he's going to have a son, and his wife had been barren all those years, and they were both old, and he doubted, he questioned, and he was struck mute. The angel said, "You won't speak until your child is born." And Mary also questions, but she isn't struck mute. She's given understanding in this story. And as she receives this understanding, something crystallizes in her. It's really kind of neat. You know those little boxes, kaleidoscopes, I think they're called, that you move them and they change colors and they become clearer, and or even by a telescope that you twist and turn it until the image through the telescope becomes crystal clear. And we see that happen in Mary. She says, "How can this be? I've had no relations with a man." She really didn't understand it. She really didn't realize that something miraculous was happening to her right at that moment and in her, and that she was being called and she was going to be gifted, and through her, grace would flow in many ways to many people, and that's what we celebrate today, the grace of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And so through Mary, in this moment, this angelic moment, God becomes more real for her than ever before, and she experiences something happening to her through this Annunciation, through this calling. And her response is finally just simply, "Yes, I'm the handmaid of the Lord. Do with me whatever you will, God. I'm yours." And I think that the church has always appreciated Mary, especially as a model, as the model of who we should be. We should follow her example. We should say those words. And in fact, it's probably, of all the things that we could say, and Meister Eckhart says thank you is the most important. I think it probably is. And if we really do say thank you, I think words like this flow so simply right after that. "I'm your servant, Lord. Call me, use me today. Whatever you want, I'll do. However I can be of service, I will. Just take me and let me be for others a source of your grace." Please stand.